Good to see everyone here. Very exciting day, obviously. Big time win for this program. Guys really did what they were asked to do, which is come out and play inspired football, play with passion, focus, locked in, and they did that. And just inspiring to see those guys compete for 4 quarters. And there are times we didn't play our best, but again, we did it when it mattered the most. And this guy here, last Florida Classic, definitely wanted to send him out the right way. And what better way than to come home with the MVP trophy? Caught him a touchdown and finally redeemed himself. He threw him a touchdown after throwing a pick early in the year, but just big time player, and we're gonna definitely. He's a special guy, and we coach a long time. Very rarely do you come across players like Xavier Smith. So just blessed that he's a Rattler, and just very excited to bring home another Florida Classic.
Hey, Coach. Offense seemed to execute most of the game, but that fake punt, I should say, on 3rd and short worked to perfection. How often do you guys practice that?
About every day. And, we have the utmost faith in Coach Chili Davis, our special teams coordinator. And I think this is the 2nd or 3rd fake that we've executed this year. And, those guys do a really good job of just buying in to everything that we do. And we called it the punt before, but they didn't give us a look that we wanted. And so then he called it again the next time, and it was the right look. And Fadul was a high school quarterback, so he threw him a nice little tight spiral. And at that point, we were just worried that JP was going to catch it. But he caught it and extended the drive. We were able to score and really put the game out of reach. But again, hats go out to Chili Davis, our special teams coordinator.
Hey, what's going on, Coach? What's going on, Zay?
What's up, Jared?
I got a question for each of y'all. I'm going to start with you, Coach. Of course, Isaiah Land didn't play today, but you insert Anthony Dunn, and he, the freshman, and he has a very big performance, 5 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, forced fumble recovery. Just tell me about his performance, and just provide us a little update on Isaiah Land's status from today.
Well, Isaiah took a shot to the knee last week. It was a knee that he aggravated. He got injured versus South Carolina State and then re-aggravated it last week against Alabama State. And so we were kind of optimistic that he would be able to go. But when he came out yesterday for the runaround, he just didn't feel it. And so we definitely want to put him at risk of further injury. But he's one of our team captains. He was able to talk to the team and really challenge the defensive line. We were without Isaiah and General Hunt. And so those guys really stepped up. Anthony Dunn has a chance to be a special player. He is very, very explosive at 6'5", 250 pounds. He's a monster, and he showed it today. He's from Orlando, so obviously another guy that came home and really had a big game in his backyard. But he has a bright future if he continues to grow and mature.
And then my question for you is, Xavier, we talked earlier this week. You said winning last year was your favorite Florida Classic moment. Now you're the Florida Classic MVP. Where does this moment right here rank now?
Probably the same as last year. It's about the same. I'm just happy to win with my teammates and win with my brothers. So, I'm going to enjoy this win. I'm going to enjoy this win with my teammates, and I thank those guys for sure.
Coach Will Brown, WJCT News in Jacksonville. You all have won 9 straight. You all have applied to host next week. What would you tell the committee about why Florida A&M University should be in the playoffs, having been one of the hottest teams in the FCS, and much more?
Well, our motto this year is Leave No Doubt. And then last year, we had a docuseries on us entitled Why Not Us? And so what else do we have to do? All we've done is won 9 straight games. Our 2 losses are to a North Carolina team that's going to play for the ACC championship game, and a Jackson State team, for all intents and purposes, that's undefeated and ranked number 5 in the FCS. We beat everybody else on our schedule, right? We've done what we needed to do, and we can't go back and turn back the hands of time and play Jackson again. We can't play North Carolina again, but all we've done is show consistently over 9 weeks that we're an elite football team. We're in the FCS top 25, and we should be in both polls this week. So if a committee looks at what this team has done, not just this year, but over the last 3 seasons. It's our 3rd straight year of 9 wins, 3rd straight year of finishing in the FCS top 25. What more do we have to do to show that we're one of the top programs in the country, right? So if we're not in, it's obviously biased, because these guys have done everything that they needed to do to show everybody that we're one of the top 24 teams in America.
Coach, Mark Stahl with the Miami Times. Congratulations on the win. My question to you, as far as the rushing game, you only were limited to 30 yards rushing on the day, but were you all concerned about that? And can you speak on the resilience of your team winning the 9 games in a row?
We scored 41 points, and so I'm not a stats guy. Don't really look at the stats. We did what we needed to do. The last drive, we ran the ball. We didn't throw it. We turned around and handed the ball off and marched into the end zone. And so we ran it when we needed to, and that's what we're about. We're not about stats. We're not about trying to pad even Xavier going over 1,000 yards. We didn't even know it until after the game. So we're not just. Our team is about doing what we need to do to win, and it may not be sexy, but it's productive.
Hey, Coach. Dominic Brandon, WCTV. Congrats on the win. What would you say about your guys' execution tonight? It seemed like there was a lot going on the touchdown to Xavier, the double pass, obviously, executed perfection, great arm, and then the fake punt, you guys executed at a really high level and brought home the win. What would you say about that and how that contributed to the win?
Well, football is about execution. When you play in these type of ball games, it comes down to the team that executes the best. And we really drove that message home to our guys this week that we really needed to be on point with everything that we did. And so I thought we threw the ball extremely well. Again, I thought we ran it when we needed to. And then defense, aside from losing contain a few times on a very dynamic quarterback, those guys did extremely well. And then obviously with the fake punt and our coverage, even our returns, I thought special teams did a really good job. So offensively, defensively, special teams, I thought we played a pretty complete football game and showed again that we're a really good football team when it matters.
Coach, that trick play on the fake punt, that was pretty gutsy. It was what you all had a 1-score lead. Talk about that particular drive, though, that took 3 minutes and 35 seconds in terms of rating it, in terms of your important drives this year. Would you rate that as one of the most important 3 minutes and 35 seconds in FAMU football?
It's the most recent 3 minutes and 35 seconds, so it's obviously the most important. But no, our fourth quarter, we challenged our team. Everything we do from our offseason program to training camp is geared around fourth quarter. So we got the guys there in the midfield and just said, hey, look, everything we've done since January is for this moment. And defensively, we really stood up. We were able to run the ball there the second half, and then we were able to really, execute on the fake punt and some of the things we needed to do to, put the game out of reach. But again, I tip my hat to how these guys just stayed resilient through the face of adversity and really, just dominated the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this question's for Xavier. You and your quarterback, Jeremy Musa, seem to have it planned out all night. And I just wanted to ask, could you talk about you and Jeremy's connection or chemistry?
It just starts in practice, Like, it just starts in practice, and we just kind of take it to the game to where, we talk about it after each play. Sometimes when we misconnect in practice, we kind of go to each other. We tell each other, okay, look, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Or he tell me this, what he looking for and stuff like that. So it just comes into play when we get in the game. Now we on the same page, and now you can see the connection as to how much work we put in.
Xavier, Melissa Thomas with Florida National News. We usually ask the coaches kind of the message that they give their players, but I would love to hear from you as a player. Like, how do you guys kind of rally together as players in terms of what kind of motivational lessons you teach each other, ways that you hold each other accountable, especially on a night like tonight for a win like this?
Before every game, we have captain's talk, and we just tell each other, let's play for each other, let's play as one, and let's do it all 4 quarters. So, it stems down to the talk that we have before the game, and when guys see the passion of the team leaders talking or the captains talking, they understand how much the game means to us. So, I feel as though it's the captain's talk before the game that we tell each other how much it means to us.
What's up, y'all? Xavier, I'm gonna start with you. Of course, we talked about this earlier this week also. You got 1,000 yards, man. You got 1,000 yards. Of course, you was the last receiver to get 1,000 yards doing it in 2019. Right. With this being your last year college football, do this one feel, more special?
Kind of, sort of, I guess. But I don't know how it feels yet because, it just happened, I guess. I really haven't got a chance to just sit back and think about the moment. I'm just really thinking about celebrating this win with my team, and that's been my main focus. So I really haven't had a chance to just sit back and hone in on that award.
Hey, Coach, it's James Hill with James Hill Sports. Congratulations on the victory. Xavier, congratulations. Talk a little bit about the Florida Classic. It's different, what it means personally. I'll take a answer from both of you gentlemen, please.
Well, it means, one, it means Thanksgiving dinner going to taste a lot better this week. But it means Rattler Nation is off my back for about 364 days. But nah, this game means everything, right? You can't really put into words what the Florida Classic means. Just the pageantry, the battle of the bands, the community service, the recruitment, everything that makes this game what it is. The city of Orlando, Florida Blue as the title sponsor. I mean, it's the best classic out there for many reasons, and we're just blessed to be a part of it, and I'm definitely blessed to be on the winning side of it.
Vaughn Wilson, HBCU Game Day. This question is for Zay. Zay, your brother Kareem played at FAMU, and he played in the Florida Classic. Do you get a chance to one up on him because you got this?
Yeah, because I guess, during his time, they never got a chance to win this game. But to him, me winning or this team winning and the rest of the teams that's going to win, I'm pretty sure he'll feel as though he won, just as if he was out there on the field playing. So I get to say I was part of the teams that won, but I'm pretty sure he feel the same way that I do.
Xavier, this is for you. What does it mean to be a Florida A&M Rattler? After a performance like this, breaking the streak against Bethune-Cookman, which was here when you started, what has it meant to you to be a Florida A&M Rattler over your collegiate career?
It means the world, and I feel as though people can understand and see the passion that we have for FAMU. It's like no other. Like Coach said, it's something you can't really put into words. It's just a feeling of passion, a feeling of not wanting to let these people, not wanting to let, the alumni down or the fans down. And it means the world to me. It means the world to me. So, yeah.
Coach Simmons and Xavier, Keith Hadley, Kings Up podcast here. Central Florida is huge when it comes to FAMU recruiting, and Xavier, you're pretty much playing in your backyard. Coach, can you speak how important this area is in recruiting, and Xavier, how big this is to do this in kind of your backyard? I mean, Polk County's right there, and just kind of how that feels.
Go ahead, sir.
It feels good because a lot of people, they get a chance to come to this game and get a chance to see not only me, but it's a lot of other guys who are from the area as well on this team. So they get a chance to come out and see us play, and they get a chance to see us play at a high level. So it means a lot.
It's just huge, again, obviously it rotates who's a home team, so who can invite recruits, but just for them to see the environment, right? We talk about playing in big venues, front of packed houses, just the atmosphere, the band, it rivals any type of atmosphere you'll be a part of. So for us from a recruiting standpoint, it's very critical that we continue to lay our footprint here in Central Florida, just like North Florida and South Florida as well. It's a great state, the best state in the country for high school recruiting, and we got to make sure that we comb every inch of it to bring the next Xavier Smith, the next Isaiah Land, the next Chris Fadul, and again, we continue to do that. We'll build this program up to be a perennial power.
Coach Richard Moore, Westside Gazette. Tough question for you. Outstanding season this year, outstanding since you've been here. How are you dealing with the distractions of other colleges having interest in you?
We just keep coaching, right? Again, it's a blessing because that means you're being successful. So that's a tribute to these guys. If we weren't a program that was showing weekly that we're consistent, that we're dominant, no one would care, right? So again, we tell our guys every day to be where our feet are. And that message applies to us as coaches as well. So I have assistant coaches who are being courted by other schools, and if someone feels that I'm a coach that of interest, then they'll reach out. But again, I can't focus on that. I got to focus on being the best head coach I can be for these young men, and the blessing that it is to me to be able to coach them, because there's no other group of men that I'd rather be around than these guys I coach every day.
Let's go.
My question is to you, Coach. Do you feel like you still have unfinished business trying to win the SWAC?
Well, I mean, we still got more football to play, so it's always unfinished business. And obviously, we set high goals for ourselves, but right now our focus is the playoffs. We'll worry about the SWAC next season. That's already done. Jackson State, kudos to them. They took care of their business, and they'll represent the East in the SWAC championship game. But this football team is on a mission to go out and win an FCS championship. We're still the only HBCU to ever win an FCS championship, and hopefully the selection committee will give us that opportunity tomorrow. And so that's where our focus is.
And a follow-up to you, Xavier, if you all have the opportunity to be selected to play in the FCS playoffs, what's the message that you have to your teammates to try to execute and get the job done to finish it?
Continue to attack every game as we did every season, and just play all 4 quarters hard. That's all we got to do. And I feel as though if we play hard, we play as one, we play as a team, we'll come out on top.